Good morning. Welcome back to Healing Histamine with Brett. I actually might call the series that actually. This literally just happened to me after eating. And that was just from eating a meal. Today was a bit of a rough one. Feeling a bit rough today as well, to be completely honest with you.
Hello.
I made some breakfast.
Wheat.
What are you feeling like, Zaid?
Lactose free. I'm feeling like I want to.
Trying to settle my cortisol and histamine. It's proving rough.
Sugar on top.
In the process of writing a list to put this on the fridge. And I'm currently also on iHerb ordering near $300 worth of supplements, which is just crazy. And so I've written a list of like what I cannot have, what is okay to have in the next 4 weeks. No coffee, no bacon, no strawberries, no bananas, no leftovers, no avocado, no sourdough, no bread, canned fish, aged cheese or meat, ham, yogurt or almond milk. I've listed down I can have tea, grapes, mango, seeds and nuts, coconut and rice milk, my supplements, fresh cooked meat and fish, turkey or chicken, carrots, sweet potato. That's all I've got so far. Eggs are questionable, although I'm about to have boiled eggs and kale for breakfast, but I know that egg whites can also, and the other thing too, it's like a cumulative, you know what I mean? So like cutting coffee and all this other shit may actually mean that eggs are okay for me, because I've never really had issues with eggs before, but it can be like one thing that tips the histamine like over the edge. I feel like I'm really about to embark on a journey, but like this has to be what it is so that I can lose weight, dude. So that I can actually achieve what I want to achieve, so that I can actually come back to well health. Because I feel like the further I just keep pushing and not paying attention to this, long term, the worse it's going to get. It'll show up in other ways. So, like, just to give an example, I've just only had a tea this morning and I'm already this bloated, but this could be from dinner last night, having rice. I don't know if rice is good, I might have to check that. Rice, chicken, but with teriyaki sauce. I don't know. It's just like any fermented foods, anything like that. Oh. But I'm looking at this list going like, I'm really going to have to get creative with the things that I'm cooking. Freshly cooking everything. Currently, the end of the day. I'm very bloated. Oh, he's on the phone. But I just want to show you, like, because it can accumulate, right? So today I really only had, oh my god, like, just look at that. This is what I looked like 3 months pregnant with my second. Definitely not my first. But that's just end of day bloat, and that's just all gut, histamine, stress, like super round face. I've also just come out of ovulation, and histamine, if you have histamine intolerance, it's generally higher, or it has like a big release around ovulation and also pre-bleed. So a lot of time, if you find you get really intense, I want to say swelling or like water retention in those phases of your cycle, that's a pretty good indication. I mean, other things can be contributing, but for me, that's 100% what it is. But like ending the day looking pregnant is just It's beyond. Like, that is just all bloating. Yes, like, it's all bloating, all inflammation, and fat. It's also like stools in my back here as well, which I notice. And that is what we are working on. How cute are my Cookie Monster undies though? Yes, they're men's undies, but they're super comfy. And I wear them the opposite way, so that I don't look like I have a dick. Anyway, so this is what we're trying to heal. This is what we're trying to, yes, we're always going to have space here leading into our bleed because it's our womb. I've also had 2 babies, like I'm honoring that. But this, that's not normal. And so I'm going to heal that shit because I'd be really done with wearing baggy clothes at this point. I really would like to stop hiding my body behind this kind of stuff because I just don't feel really comfortable to wear anything else right now. For me, I feel like it is mostly stress related. That is the driving force for me, and also the histamine. So, yeah. Good morning, good morning. Welcome back to Healing Histamine with Brett. I actually might call the series that, actually. So, my main focus at the moment, what do you mean? That's the wrong one. Please hold. So, I was saying, I also have my mic on because the audio just through the camera is so shit. And I was editing stuff yesterday and I was like, this just does not sound good. So every time I film, I'm gonna have to have my mic plugged in and charged and the camera charged and everything. But anyway, as I was saying, my main focus at the moment is on what I am fueling my body with, low histamine foods. I did jump on the scales this morning and I was under 65 kilos, so that feels really good. I've also been sleeping with my mouth tape on again, and I feel like I'm waking up way more rested, because the thing with like chronically breathing through your mouth when you sleep is like it disrupts the sleep. It has you in a stress response like throughout the course of the night, and also then if you're stressed in the day, you're just like never not in survival mode. So I'm waking up feeling way more rested. I'm still getting up a bunch of times to go to the toilet during the night, which is fucking annoying. I know that's also linked to other things too, with the bladder and all of the things. I don't feel too like bloated and inflamed this morning. And I've actually had, what have I had already? I've had 2 eggs. I'm really testing it with the eggs, but I feel fine so far because I know eggs can also trigger a histamine response. So that's something I'm just tuning into, like how my body feels after consuming eggs. So far so good. And I also had a piece of gluten-free toast just to kind of give me the carbohydrates and kind of fill me up, and I feel great. I've also had a peppermint tea, which is also really great for gut inflammation. What else did I want to update you guys on? Last night, going to sleep, oh my god, my body temperature was doing some wild fucking things, because histamine is connected to our immune response, right? Like I have chills like right now. So I'm experiencing these kind of like funky things at the moment. And last night when I was like going and getting ready for bed, like winding down, I was doing a meditation, and obviously I'm tuned into my body, but my body was fucking aching, dude. Like it was aching. Like I could feel every single niggle and pain sensation in my physical body, like past injuries. Like I'm talking, everything was highlighted. And I was so uncomfortable. And then so I couldn't go to sleep then. So I'm up researching, like, is this a common thing to happen when you're healing histamine, sensitivity and intolerance? And it was like, yes, 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 which makes sense. Like the body's detoxifying. Also, just FYI for anybody else that's kind of on this journey or wanting to look deeper into it, when you have high cortisol also acts as like a mask. It like masks the signs and symptoms of histamine intolerance. So once the cortisol lowers, it's kind of like a case of like, it gets worse before it gets better. You know what I mean? So it's almost like it's a good sign, because that means my cortisol levels are actually lowering enough for the histamine intolerance to be like, hey, this is what's happening in your body right now. And so basically it's a good sign. It's a good thing. But yeah, I'm feeling very, very achy. And this has only been like a day, basically a day of eating this way so far. So this is like day 2 for me currently. I honestly did a deep dive, and it's like me to do that. Health is like my main priority. So once I figured and it clicked for me that I have a histamine intolerance, I was like, oh my God, I just can't take another second of this. I can't bear it. I honestly can't bear to continue down this road of like unhealthy habits and like trying to justify said unhealthy habits and thinking that I can exercise my way out of it. And like, it's also what drives me crazy with the fitness industry and the messaging around women's health and just like eat less, move more. It's like, shut the literal fuck up. Because if I had no idea, if I wasn't a PT myself, if I hadn't just studied and been studying the menstrual cycle and female physiology for the last 2 and a fucking bit years, right? Which is, it's extending. I'm expanding into that this year in terms of fertility and natural contraception. Right? Like, if I wasn't honing in and fully immersed in this world, there's no way I would have an idea. If I wasn't tuned into my body in the way that I am, I would have no fucking idea. I wouldn't have I would have felt like I was the problem. I mean, to a degree. But I mean, like, I would have felt like something is wrong with me. Do you know what I mean? Like, something's wrong with my body. They're just telling me to eat less and move more, and I'm doing that. I'm applying everything that I'm seeing these people share, these influencers share. You just need to be disciplined. You just need to be, it's like, okay, but why is no one talking about cortisol? Why is no one talking about gut health as a fundamental thing? Why is nobody talking about histamine sensitivity? Why is nobody talking about insulin resistance? Why is nobody factoring in the menstrual cycle at literally fucking all? At all. Like, I could go on and on and on. And I'm glad I'm doing like a longer like series on YouTube, because fuck, dude, like, it makes me see red to the point that it's just like, and you know what's hard as well? It's like, do trainers not want to know that, like, how to help their clients? Like, that's the other thing. Would you not want to know what's going on for your female client, physiologically and biologically speaking, so that you can assist them in getting the results that they fucking pay you to assist them with? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just feel like it drives me crazy as well when they're like, if it fits your macros, like, you can eat it. It's like, do you know how much I have had to cull completely? And this is not, I'm not like in a deficit. I'm just talking particular foods that ramp up inflammation in your body. Like, that's what I'm talking about. They're going, if you want KFC and it fits your macros, eat that shit. Don't eat that shit. Please don't eat that shit. It is not only fucking your gut, it is full of that much bullshit that it is creating inflammation in the body. And then you're sat there wondering like, okay, but it's fitting my macros. I'm within my means. I'm eating certain specific calories. Like, it's about the nutrients as well. It's about that. It's about the inflammation. It's about how high it is in histamine. It's about all the other things that trigger a histamine flare-up. So, because I'm so deeply passionate about this and women's health as a whole, and because I have been part of this industry for, I don't want to give my age away, but like, I was 19 when I first entered this world, right? I'm now 31, so you do the math. Because I'm not good at maths, to be completely honest. But yeah, I just felt true to really bring the passion of this as I'm on this journey, because it's like, fuck, if it's me, who is quite a knowledgeable and skilled human in this field, then how is the average woman to know that they're not being fucked over by somebody that just wants to sell them a quick fix training and meal plan? Like, you know what I mean? So it's just, it might work for the average human, sure. But we're also living in a world where we don't get the nutrients that we used to get from food because the soil is depleted. Like there is, babes, let me tell you, there are so many fucking avenues I could go down, and I'll share this throughout the journey. But there are so many contributing factors now that impact a woman's health, right? That then impact our endocrine system, our reproductive system, because it's directly connected to the endocrine system. Like there's so many things. The immune system, the nervous system is the literal foundation for everything. So when you're looking at high cortisol, okay, that's stress. that is stress levels off the fucking charts. So it's like, okay, we need to work out what in your life is stressing you the fuck out. Is it emotional stress? Is it financial stress? Are you going through massive life changes that were really unpredictable? Is there trauma, like deep layered trauma that is there? We are in a second. We are, yep. You know, and the thing is too, I would also like to preface and say, like, trainers don't partake in a Cert 3 and 4 fitness to have all this shit figured out. You know what I'm saying? Like that's fair to say. Like they're not meant to know all of this either. But I do wish it was covered more. And I'm kind of working behind the scenes to make that be something that trainers learn, right? Especially if you're training women. It's vastly different if you're training men. I mean, although these things, like particularly histamine, can affect and impact men as well. But given that women are so hormonal and we shift so much more, it does have a different impact on us. But yeah, like women's health as a whole, like so much more of that gap needs to be filled. Anyway, I'm going on a fucking tangent, but I think it's really important to discuss. And I'm just getting more and more passionate about it. And another thing I sort of pondered and I posted on my stories earlier this morning was, why don't we take action? Why do we not take care of our health until it's like quote unquote too late, right? Not that it's too late, but it's like it takes for things to really go fucking sideways for us to go, oh, now I'll take action versus, and I'm guilty of this. Like I'm just saying, like this is what I've been pondering. It's like we have the emotional connection to food, some of us. We have like things like that give us dopamine, especially if you're neurodiverse, right? There's so many different things that impact our overall health and well-being. When it's like mental and emotional as well, when it's nervous system related, when it's gut health related, it's like we can work with the trainer and understand that that's outside of their scope of practice 100%, because I think that's important for me to share as well without like solely blaming the trainers. I think the trainers are, you know, should be well informed enough to go, hey, maybe go see this person, right? Maybe go see a gut health professional, because like I can't tell you what else is going on for the reason that you lose weight. Like it's okay. Some people have an issue with admitting that they don't have the answer particularly, right? Because they so desperately want to have that answer for you. They want to get those results for you. But at the end of the day, as women, there's so much more that contributes. And I know I've said that 50 million times, but I can't solely put that on the trainer. I'm just pointing out that trainers also need to have a level of awareness of what could be impacting women when it comes to weight loss, right? Because then they can go, hey, branch out. And I remember learning this in my PT course. It's like, make friends with a great physio, you know, then you're connected. If somebody, like a client is injured and they need a physio, you refer to said person, right? So it's like, we as practitioners, we in the health and fitness space or the health and wellness space actually need to come together and work together to go, you know what? I've got a male trainer who knows sweet fuck all about the menstrual cycle, but I've got a great chick that knows exactly what the fuck she's talking about. Go see her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really know what the fuck, you know, to do about your menstrual cycle challenges. I'm just a fitness trainer. That's fine, because it's not within their scope. It's not within their scope. And again, I'm also working on things so that it maybe can kind of be that they learn how to program properly around the menstrual cycle and be of assistance in that regard. But yes, it is imperative that we also, as health and wellness professionals, stick to our scope of practice. However, it is also imperative that we have enough awareness and knowledge about other topics of health and wellness that could be impacting our clients. And then we go to certain practitioners that we go, hey, you look fucking like you know your shit about gut health. You look like you know your shit about the menstrual cycle. You're a great physio, da 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 da, acupuncturist, whatever it is. Try this, see if this supports you. And let's just keep doing what we're doing. Maybe shift the training a little bit. You know what I mean? Like that to me is what kind of makes it a bit more streamlined versus just going, this is the solution, this is the solution, this is the solution. Because when it comes to women's health, it is so multifaceted because we are multifaceted fucking beings. There's no linear way. There's no one way. And we're all individual as well. So whether you've had kids, whether you haven't, whether you have thyroid issues, whether you haven't, like I could go on. Endo, PCOS, like there's so many things, fam, and it's individual to each woman. So there's no like one size fits all approach, right? So when women also share like what I eat in a day or a day on a plate, it's like, that's great. I'm going to also share what I'm eating with all of you, but I wouldn't say eat the same thing. Eat the exact same thing. Like maybe you will and it'll be supportive for you. That's great. But also you have to discern through your body what feels true and what is going to work for you, because you're the fucking expert of this at the end of the day. It's your body. You know it best. So I've been talking for fucking 200 years, but I just wanted to like bring that and let you know where I'm at, and I'll keep you updated. But I am focusing on lower impact at the moment as well, just to finish. Like low impact strength and walking every single day. I'm just walking. That's the key for me. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for listening to my TED Talk, and I will update you all very soon. I keep forgetting to film my lunch for you, but I've got garlic, olive oil, kale, zucchini and carrots. I'm just about to pop some chicken breasts in there. I've got sweet potato cooking because I'm gonna make some sweet potato brownies really soon. And I've also got basmati rice in here as well. So this is my lunch. I forgot to film my breakfast. I actually had 2 eggs on gluten-free toast because eggs aren't actually totally bothering me at the moment. So I had the eggs and one slice of gluten-free bread. Then I was so hungry again after I took the kids and my dog for a walk, and I ended up making turkey and potato, just like normal potato, turkey and potato like hash. So I put, what did I put in that? Zucchini, the turkey mince, the potato, some herbs, I'm trying to think what else, garlic. And that was basically it, and just like blended that all together and then cooked it as like a bubble and squeak, I guess you could say. But yeah, that's what I'm having for lunch, and it smells fucking delicious. So just frying up the veggies and then some kale. I don't know if I said that before, but yeah. I think putting loving intention into cooking has never been for me. I don't love it. I've always been like impatient about it. And yeah, I feel like me healing my gut is also an invitation for me to learn how to love cooking and really be intentional with like how this is like part of honoring my body, you know? So yeah, even though I'm going to be actively cooking breakfast, lunch and tea, but that reminds me, that's like what we used to do. We used to hunt and we would eat, and we would hunt and we would eat, and we would like, yeah, not let our food sit in the fridge for like days on end and then just decide that we're going to eat it. So yeah, I don't know, it kind of feels nice to be intentional about it and really enjoy, I guess, the fruits of my labor. Essentially, that's what it's teaching me, right? Like to really be able to enjoy this meal that I prepared for myself, nourish my body in the best way. And yeah, I don't know, that just feels really good. And also obviously my family too, but they have different preferences to me, which is a little bit hard at times, but yeah. that's where we're at today. And porous is he, SpongeBob SquarePants. SpongeBob SquarePants. Excuse me. I woke up with a very phlegmy throat this morning. I'm just currently peeling and prepping my vegetables for a omelette. I'm actually going full send with the eggs because I feel like at the moment I'm actually tolerating them. I feel like I always have, but I just wasn't sure after reading that like egg whites can be high in histamine. So I'm just gonna make an omelette this morning and see how that goes for me. I'm gonna add some carrot, some capsicum, and some zucchini. Obviously can't have dairy. I mean, eggs are classified dairy, aren't they? But fuck it. It's one thing I eat every single day and I think I just can't give it up unless it's really bothering me, and I'll see in a second after I eat. I also got on the scales this morning and I was 63.9 initially. And then I had some water and stuff and got up and walked around, and then it got back on and I was 64, which you would have seen a clip on, 64.1, which I mean isn't massive, but I feel like a lot of that is potentially inflammation and fluid that my body's like letting go of. But I'll just show you like this morning. I've got my little fupa, but like that's probably also very much womb right now since I'm cycle day 25 today. So I'm edging closer to my bleed, but I won't lie, like I definitely don't feel as inflamed, and like even in my face I don't feel as inflamed. So it seems to be working. Day 3 today. So yeah, nothing really else to report. I did taught a dance class last night, which was so much freaking fun. That was not as crunchy as I thought it was gonna be. Yeah, so that was really fun. I'm gonna have this brekkie. I'm gonna go for a walk, daily walk. Yeah, that's really all to report. Although I have, like I said, woken up with a phlegmy throat and a bit of like a runny nose. I'm starting to feel like that's potentially just detox signs that I'm experiencing. My body's, flushing everything out, which again, even though it's annoying to have that, it's a good sign. Also, that clearing the throat can be a sign of histamine intolerance as well, which I did not know until just recently. So yeah, fun facts for you all. But I will try and check in through the course of the day with like what other meals I have and stuff, and we'll go from there. I know, but just because you eat healthy doesn't mean your age increases. You are becoming a big boy though. I hear that. It makes me sad. I got no babies no more. Dun, dun, dun. No. Dun, dun, dun. Squidward. God, this is a workout. 3 hours later. This is my personal chef. Huh? Apparently. Do you have anything to say?
No.
Lunch. I'm gonna do sweet potato fries in the air fryer and also homemade chicken nugs. This is the first time I'm actually doing this, so wish me luck. I also just had a matcha from Starbucks. I feel like I pushed the boundary a little bit with that. Added coconut milk. It tasted fucking elite, but then I got home and now I feel a bit nauseous. So I feel like I just have to avoid caffeine altogether, to be honest with you. But I'm gonna see how this goes. Do we reckon I can do it, babe? Make chicken nugs and sweet potato fries in the air fryer? I actually made sweet potato brownie yesterday, and the first time I made it, it was so shit. The kids were like, ew, they didn't eat it because I think I read the measurements wrong and put too much baking soda. Too much baking soda in. But yesterday, I freaking nailed that shit. So now I've got it down pat. I can keep doing that. This is really teaching me to cook, I feel like, because I have no other fucking choice right now than to do that. Anyway, let's see how this goes. So this is crazy to me. I just wanted to show you a 2-day, no, I want to say 3-day difference in the inflammation in my gut compared to the video at the beginning of this episode. That is insane to me. And I'm cycle day 25 today. So naturally I am that little bit more bloated. The uterus is expanding, like there's a natural process happening within that for sure. But I am genuinely shocked at how much that has gone down in just like 3 days. I'm probably going to do another little check-in like this afternoon once I've eaten all my meals for the day and just see what upsets my tummy, if anything. But knowing that that is predominantly inflammation in my gut from histamine sensitivity is wild. And I'm actually feeling grateful to have an answer. I'm literally dripping with sweat as I stand here as well. But that's crazy, right? Wild. Just filmed an entire closing out of this episode for you guys and my mic wasn't even on, so love that. That's so fucking clutch. All right, I've got my peppermint tea here. I've just finished like a 40-minute breathwork session that I took myself through, which, trust me when I say, that was so needed. I had a really beautiful release. I've just journaled on the most euphoric experience that I also had during that, which I won't share because it's very personal, but I'm just also going to take some time now to fill in my cycle journal and do just a little wee check-in with my cycle. But yeah, if you've tuned in for this entire episode, thank you. I appreciate you. Thanks for being here and watching this long form content. I really feel like it is making a comeback, and I really wanted to share the depths of my healing journey with this. I didn't really want to dilute it and post it on Instagram. So yeah, that's really all I have to say, I feel like. Definitely expect that there'll be more long form content, not just like my personal shares and journey, but also more educational pieces when it comes to the cycle and women's health, and in the near future, fertility and natural contraception as well. So it would mean the absolute world to me if you could support my channel. Make sure you like this video, you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification button, and also share with any woman that is in your life that you think would benefit from this kind of thing, this kind of education, which in my opinion, every single woman on the fucking planet would benefit from this kind of education, especially when it comes to knowing and understanding their menstrual cycle. But yeah, for this particular series, even, like, I feel like we learn so much from each other's lived experiences, and that's really my intention with sharing my journey with you, because it's actually quite common what I'm moving through for women. And I think it's just important that I share my humanness and allow you to see and witness me and things that I'm moving through and challenges that I also face. So yeah, until the next ep, I feel like I intend to kind of do this weekly, and just for the remainder of this journey, however long that may be. and just keep you updated with things that I'm feeling, experiencing, anything new, food ideas. Yeah, you let me know in the comments what you would prefer to see as well. But yeah, otherwise that's it. And I will see you all in the next episode. Big love.